All right, we're going to talk about triangle congruency, this time by ASA, which is angle side angle, and angle side. Okay? So angle side, or ASA postulate, says if two angles and the included side of one triangle are congruent to two angles and the included side of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. So here I have angle A is congruent to angle D, side AC is congruent to side DF, angle C is congruent to angle F. So these two triangles are congruent because of angle side angle. Okay? So what we're going to look at is using that angle side angle postulate. So if I were to draw my two triangles up here, and let's say I label this A, B, C, D, E, F. Let's say I have this. Are those two triangles congruent? Yes, because I have angle side angle. This would be triangle A, B, C is congruent to triangle F, D, E. Okay? Now, what if I were to put this on here and go like this? Now, are these triangles congruent? I don't know they are congruent because I do not have angle side angle. Here I have angle side. Okay? So I don't know if they are congruent or not. All right. So writing a proof using angle side angle. Okay? So here's my given, here's my proof. So I want to prove that these two are congruent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my statement, my reason, and my first statement is AB is parallel to EC, and BD is congruent to BC. So this is given. Okay? So they did kind of write this up here. So that's good. So now I already have my side. So I already have this part of it. So I already have the S in it. I need my angle. So can I get this angle right here? Well, what's unique about these two angles? Are they congruent? And the answer is yes. And so I could say angle ABD is congruent to angle CBE because these are vertical angles. So vertical angles. Okay? Now, what about this angle right here, D and C? Do I know angle ADB is congruent to angle ECB? Okay? So I need to have this. Angle ADB is congruent to angle ECB. And why are these congruent? What's unique about parallel lines and this lining here? Well, notice that these are alternate interior. So alternate interior angles are congruent in parallel lines. Now I have angle side angle. So I can say triangle ABD is congruent to triangle EBC because of ASA, angle side angle. So that's our using a two-column proof to show that these two triangles are congruent. Okay? Now, next one is angle side. So if two angles and a non-included side of one triangle are congruent to two angles and the corresponding non-included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. So you got to remember that, that they are congruent. So here we have angle side, angle side. They are congruent. Notice that the side matches up right next to the double angle there. Okay? So here's our given. So angle A is congruent to angle C. So I know this angle here is congruent. So my two-column proof, I would have statement, reason. Okay? So the first thing, angle A is congruent to angle C. AD is parallel to BC, given. Okay? Well, what do I know? So now that I have this parallel line, I know something about this angle here compared to this angle. Well, they're going to be congruent. So angle ADB is congruent to angle CBD because they are alternate interior angles. Okay? I probably should say in parallel lines. Okay? Now, what's the only side that I know is congruent? Well, I know DB is congruent to DB because that's reflexive. Okay? So now I know this. Now I know the triangles are congruent. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CDB because of angle, side. Okay? All right. So looking at my last one, it's kind of just using that same idea of do I have angle, side from my given triangles? So if I came up here and I said angle, so do I have congruent triangles here? Can I manipulate this, reflect it around? This one's a little bit, it does look like it is. Remember this angle here and this angle, so this side has to match up. Okay, so now those triangles are congruent. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. You got to match it up with the corresponding side. Okay. All right, how do you describe a frog with a broken leg? He's unhappy. What did the horse say when he got to the bottom of his nose bag? That's the last straw. All right, so that's the second part of proving triangles congruent.